My name is Peter Persuitti, and I'm with Arthur J. Gallagher and Company. We're based in Chicago and global in terms of having over 470 offices around the world. It seems like 12 years ago when I came to the company, we were maybe 6,000 or 8,000 employees, and now we're well over 20,000 employees. But let me talk a little bit about this one vertical, if you will, which is called religious and nonprofit. It's a very specialized service and financial services that we bring to the faith-based and the secular nonprofit world. That, if I recall, when I first joined, might have been perhaps 6,000 clients that we had around the world, and now we're exceeding 24,000. So we are a leading specialist, if you will, in insurance and benefits and retirement planning, and we're here at the National Association of Church Business Administration conference, annual conference, and probably again my 12th, if you will. Maybe it's been a little bit longer. And as I think over the years how things have changed and how things have become more complex, I think also of the great value and role that we provide as a broker, as a consultant, as somebody who can literally help you assess. And some of the things that we're talking about now in the 21st century, if you will, are things like the exposure of cyber risk. Here, the church has never been better positioned for getting its message out, and yet it's not fully understanding what could happen relative to breaches. And in fact, what was a controlled world and borders around it and fences around it has now become a world that has no borders and has no barriers, if you will. So the conference has been great. It's well attended. I think some of the other areas that churches are talking about are the human resource side in terms of employment. How do we exercise religious freedom, and yet how does the employee follow along with that, or how do we promote our images without discriminating, if you will, mindful that we fall under religious freedom. How about healthcare? Nothing could be more challenging than for the church in terms of the PPACA, as it's called, but the Affordable Care Act. And will we be compliant as churches? And will we be able to live out our mandates and beliefs relative to contraceptives and other things that are being government mandated? So it continues to be a challenging environment for this particular world. It's very important now that we collaborate, and events like this allow us to see so much of what we share in common. I was in a session today that was for churches with over 3,000 members, which are sort of the mega churches, and it was fascinating. Who has this policy? Who does that? What vendors are you using? Nothing could be more healthy than that exchange, and that they're not asking what faith tradition they are. They all have personal convictions about what they do and the mission that they're serving, and yet they see that they have a great deal in common. And so it's great to see that kind of cross-fertilization and exchange of ideas also going on.